Production is usually daunting, and I often find it hard to concentrate on the acting. Big Boys did away with all of that, and I found an ease in the shooting process finally. Most sets so far, I put a lot of emphasis on making sure all the work is there and visible, which ends up detracting from the authenticity of the performance. I found an ease responding to Tom, where I didn't have to think of the process or even the lines. I could just listen and impulses would come. This is an incredibly freeing feeling. I'd assume this is the optimal zone for the actor to be in. It definitely aided in keeping it fresh and real. I still think there was a slight lingering attempt to appear like I was listening, which wasn't overly invasive. However, retaining the ability to keep that easy, I think, will keep me more open to response. Tony Barr talks about listening with all the senses, involving what you perceive intuitively and emotionally, what you have perceived in the past. Further acute attention to circumstance might let me listen closer to subtle impulses changing between each take and continue to make a more authentic performance. A similar point can be made about the camera crew. Often I feel invaded by them, but this time it's as though they vanished during the scene. My concentration seems more focused throughout this shoot than I have previously experienced, and I believe this is what has aided me in letting go of invasive elements. Stanislavski talks about circles of attention. You can always return to the space that you draw for yourself. As I've gotten used to the shooting process and being watched over actor training, it has gotten easier to place my concentration, keep myself in the scene, and stay focused on what matters. I might also attribute this to Meisner repetition exercises, training my ability to focus on one specific thing. Either way, I have successfully developed the skill to zone in my focus and draw my concentration simply to the space that it is required in, making performance more effortless as a result. Throughout shooting, I tried to conduct myself professionally. I retained readiness and attempted to listen to instructions and execute immediately. I understand time wasted in the industry can cost a lot of money, especially if schedules aren't met, so it is required of me to be efficient and listening all the time. I still tried to stay playful through this and keep the process fun for everyone. I think this keeps the environment positive through what could be a very long work day, but I understand that there's a danger there of interrupting the workflow. I think simply gauging when this is appropriate, knowing when to just work and get on, will keep this from becoming an issue.